High above the earth, nestled in the soft belly of a wandering cloud, lived a small raindrop named Mira. She wasn't like the others who drifted easily and laughed without care. Mira was curious. She often gazed down at the earth far below, her tiny shape quivering with wonder. "Where do we go when we fall?" she asked one day, floating beside an older, silvery drop who shimmered with experience. The old drop smiled. "We return." "Return to what?" Mira asked. But before she could hear the answer, thunder rolled across the sky like a drum of destiny. The cloud trembled. The moment had come. In the blink of an eye, Mira felt herself pulled downward by gravity's invisible hand. She let go of the cloud, tumbling through the air, spinning and falling in a rush of sound and sensation. Around her were thousands of other drops cascading from the sky, yet in her descent, Mira felt utterly alone. She landed with a soft splash in a cracked corner of a forgotten street, pulling in a shallow puddle beside the pavement. Tall buildings loomed above her. Cars hissed past. People hurried by without notice. Mira sat still, silent, surrounded by dirt and noise. She had never felt so small. Days passed. The puddle shrunk. Mira began to wonder if this was the end. Was this what falling meant? Being forgotten, stuck, and evaporating quietly. But then something changed. The clouds cleared. Light broke through. The sun returned, warm and golden. As its rays kissed the earth, Mira felt herself lifting. She began to rise, gently like breath, becoming lighter and lighter until she was no longer water but mist, invisible, free. Carried by the wind, Mira returned to the sky, weightless and transformed. That was the beginning of many journeys. Again and again she fell, sometimes onto the leaf of a tree in a rainforest, sometimes into the carve of a bird's wing. Once she landed on the cheek of a child who was crying and marched with a tear. Another time she danced in a stream, laughing as she rushed with others toward the sea. With each fall, Mira grew. She no longer feared the descent. She understood now that the fall was not failure. It was a chance to touch the world, to learn, to feel, to become part of a something bigger. Each journey gave her something. She learned patience while waiting in a still pond. She discovered resilience when she was trapped inside a cracked stone for weeks before rising again. She saw joy, sorrow, and beauty in the small places where most never looked. One day, after many years, Mira found herself forming once again inside a cloud. This time, something felt familiar. As she looked around, she saw them. other raindrops she had met during her travels. Lumu, who had waited out a drought in the desert. Rani, who once sparkled on a window during a family's reunion. Others too, each with a story, each transformed by their own faults. They floated together in silence, not needing words. They had all been through the same journey of rising, falling, and rising again. Thunder rolled across the sky once more. It was time, but this time Mira didn't feel fear. She felt peace. She knew now that the fall wasn't an end. It was a return to the earth, to the journey to herself. The sky didn't lose her. It prepared her. The earth didn't forget her. It welcomed her. The cycle wasn't cruel. It was beautiful. Mira let go, not with hesitation, but with grace. She knew wherever she landed next, she would learn, she would give, and when the time came, she would rise again. Moral of the story: we all fall. We all feel lost at times, forgotten in life's puddles and corners. But like the raindrop, we are never truly stuck. Every fall teaches us something. Every rise renews us. And in the end, we don't fall to disappear. We fall to grow, to give, and to come back stronger. Your journey may take time, but it always leads you back to the sky, to purpose, to the reunion of who you truly are.